Night air. A single light flickers in a quiet room. Someone sits alone, replaying a conversation that never felt complete, a sentence that landed wrong, a look that missed the meaning, a silence that grew heavier than words. They stare at the floor. Not angry, just tired. Tired of offering depth the world can't hold. The thought rises, uninvited. Maybe no one really sees me. INFJ, INTJ, INFP, INTP. 4 quiet constellations. 4 minds that feel the world from the inside out. You feel misunderstood, often, deeply, in ways you rarely explain. Sometimes the feeling is so old, it becomes part of your identity. A story you learn to trust, a shield you carry without noticing. But here's the difficult part. Is the story always true? Or has it become a familiar refuge, shaped more by fear than reality? Today, we enter one of the most delicate myths intuitive introverts hold. The belief that no one truly understands you. And we ask the quiet question at its core. What if the myth is part of the misunderstanding? It starts early, soft, almost unnoticed. A comment that misses the meaning, a reaction that flattens something complex, a silence when someone should have listened. Small moments, sharp edges, they don't break you, but they change you. Little misreadings, little disappointments, little fractures. And slowly, they whisper a single message. They won't get it. So you filter, you shrink, you rehearse possible versions of yourself. You let unfinished thoughts die quietly. But these types don't only pull back. They construct internal architecture, beautiful, complex, defensive. Silence that hides the wound. Withdrawal that feels safer than presence. Thoughts polished until vulnerability has no edges. Feelings hidden behind logic. Language turned into riddles no one can decode. The door doesn't close, it thickens. Here's the quiet contradiction. You want to be seen, but only accurately, completely, perfectly. Anything less feels like distortion. Anything partial feels like danger. So you speak carefully, you reveal selectively, you sculpt your words until nothing raw remains. Or you stay silent, because silence cannot betray you. But silence is also a message, and often, not the one you intended. So the narrative loops. See, I am misunderstood. Evidence collected, belief reinforced, cycle complete. And each type's dominant function shapes the loop. INFJ, NI, filters too early, shares only refined insight. INTJ, NI, waits too long, reveals only after trust feels earned. INFP, FI, guards emotional truth, shares only when the heart feels safe. INTP, TI, analyzes endlessly, struggles to translate emotion into language. All echo the same quiet hope. If you really knew me, you would understand. But the world responds only to what you allow to be seen. Being misunderstood hurts, more than you admit, especially when your inner world is sacred, atmospheric, a private universe of symbols and depth. But expecting complete understanding before vulnerability? That isn't protection, it's paralysis. Understanding is not a gift others deliver flawlessly. It's a slow collaboration, a shared space of trial and error and repair. Each type will have to risk something. INFJs may need to speak before clarity arrives. INTJs may need to reveal thoughts still in motion. INFPs may need to express emotion without full context. INTPs may need to voice feelings that resist logic. It will feel unpolished, uncontrolled, uneven, but connection is rarely clean. It's human, messy, alive. And sometimes, that imperfection is where intimacy grows. So here's the shift, the moment the story turns. What if you challenge the myth? What if you ask, am I truly open to being understood? Or am I expecting others to guess my truth, perfectly, instantly, without access to my inner world? What if being seen begins with being visible? Not entirely, not everywhere, but somewhere. And what if part of your own evolution is allowing someone to misunderstand you slightly and stay anyway? Because understanding isn't always immediate. Sometimes it grows, sometimes it deepens slowly, sometimes it is built, not found. So let me ask you gently, have you ever felt trapped in the belief that no one could ever truly understand you? And if so, have you ever tested that belief? With a small truth, a small risk, a small opening. What would it look like to let someone see you, imperfectly but honestly? Share your thoughts below. Your voice matters here. And if this resonated, stay with us for episode 20, Invisible Burnout, the exhaustion of those who never show it. Because some types don't collapse. They keep functioning, quietly, until they disappear. Thanks for watching. Keep listening inward.